Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Metra flush mount. This is going to be the smaller of the two sizes. This is the 1267-45. Why don't we talk about glass first on this? So Hubbardton Forge is going to be using their opal glass, and opal glass is an opaque white glass. It's handmade. I'll talk a lot more in detail about that later in the video, so stay tuned for that. And then also, this is slope ceiling adaptable, so you can use this on a slope ceiling up to 45 degrees if you are looking to do something like that. The overall height on it, it's very flush, 4.7 inches from the very ceiling to the bottom of the fixture. So this is a really nice fixture for people that do need a flush mount. 14.2 inches in diameter. And I want to show you a little bit more information about the canopy up on the top of this. It's coming in about 8 inches in diameter. It's going to go over your 4-inch junction box. And how we're going to do that is to look at the installations instructions now. If you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you some really good line drawings of this fixture, the inside of it, and how it goes onto your junction box. So take advantage of all that. It's going to also show you how the glass is actually scooping up into that canopy and being held by these little thumb screws. So it's always good to be able to see those drawings and get a really good overall view of the fixture itself and all the different parts. You're going to be able to see that the socket setup are going to be 2 of these medium base sockets that are going to be on their sides facing away from each other, and that's how those are done. And that kind of leads us to what we can put into this. So, a couple things. Hubbardton Forge is saying that you're going to be using an A15 light bulb, and a lot of people are not really used to A15s. They are used to A19s. This is a normal American size A19 light bulb, so is this one. These are both LEDs, by the way. So this is kind of the size of the bulb we all grew up with. An A19 is the most widely used bulb in the world. An A15 is going to be slightly smaller, and they're commonly used in garage door openers and refrigerators and all kinds of places where you need a smaller bulb. Doesn't mean that you won't get a lot of light out of this. Now, you'll see that Hubbardton says you can also use an incandescent bulb, and there's 2 sockets, don't forget. So 2 incandescent bulbs, up to 60 watts for incandescent. But if you want to go LED, you can actually do better than that. So this is a 60 watt equivalent LED, and don't forget you can get them in this kind of old school type too, where they have a hard plastic shell and it's white. But I kind of favor these newer clear ones. I kind of like these a lot. Those are phosphorus lines going through. Sometimes they're pads, sometimes they're just lines like this. Anyway, so this bulb I have found out in the marketplace, and I found it on Amazon as a 100 watt equivalent, which means that I can get the equivalent of 200 watts out of this lumen-wise, which is a really great. So when you kind of zero in on Hubbardton's information on this and you just see the 260 watt max, it leads people to believe that you're just not going to get a lot of light out of this, but that is not true. You just have to use the right bulb. So don't worry about that. And if you need the link for it, you can always contact me and I can shoot it over to you. They're going to offer these bulbs to you in different places too. So you can get them at Home Depot and Walmart.com, and you can get them at your True Value Hardware store, Ace Hardware, but it's pretty easy to pick them up on Amazon if you're like in Vermont, where we just don't have a lot of stuff around us. Anyway, so 100 watt equivalent or a 60 watt equivalent or a 75 watt equivalent LED would probably be what I would use in this. They'll offer these to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's that super yellow light like a setting sun. But they're also going to offer these lights to you, these bulbs, in something called daylight. And you got to be really careful because daylight is not a warm light. That's the bluish white hospital waiting room, overcast day, convenience store, 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is always 3,000 Kelvin. That's what we like to use here. That is a warm white, soft white, and that's the light coming down from this LED above me. You can see how nice it looks. It looks like the glow of an incandescent bulb. That's what we like to use here. In any event, I would probably go for the highest wattage lumen output I could get, which would be those 100 watt equivalent LEDs. If you need it to be dimmable, just make sure it's a dimmable bulb and it says it right on that box. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.